guys, Sergeant here, Team Tranquil Voorschoten, coming at you with another throwback Thursday video. And this is actually the video that I started playing competitively, which is during the Lightsworn format. So I started building Lightsworn right after they got hit really good. So in that case, that was the March 2010 ban list. So this is the Lightsworn build I actually wanted to play. Some of the cards weren't, in my opinion, or in my case, affordable. So some of the cards I will tell about if I haven't or had got them back at the time. So yeah, let's go into the deck. First, you got your double. Oh, for the record, every card in this deck is Italian. This is why I didn't make this video earlier. So yeah, even the extra deck is all in Italian, but yeah, you will see it later. So yeah, you got first double Judgment Dragon. I had this card was limited to ban list before the ban list. Therefore, didn't know actually because I didn't play competitively back then. But yeah, this one was semi-limited and still really strong. Best card. I had them in gold rare back at the time. Then triple Celestia. Your mini JD, tribute 1, pop 2 cards. I used 2 back in the day. And triple wolf, I used also 3 of them. Good cards when get sent to the graveyard, special when it's on the field. So. Then only 2 Lila. This was one of the hardest cards for me to get because it was a really good card and not got reprinted or yeah. I also had 2. I wanted 3, but yeah. Didn't get my hands on third one. Then Duo Raiko, 2, sorry, and I had commons because they were reprinted as common in the turbo pack back then. Then for your one-offs, you got your 1 Lumina. She was limited this ban list, so that's sad. 1 Arcus, 1 Eren, 1 Jane, and 1 Gareth. So you play a lot of Lightsworn monsters, which is actually good. Then, for your support cards, you got double Honest, and this ban list Honest was put to 1, so to 2 from 3. Yeah, because it's way too good. Triple Honest, you can make game easily. Then only 1 Chaos Sorcerer. Chaos Sorcerer at 1 was from semi to limited this ban list, so that's crap. I also got these. They were reprinted the moment before the ban list came out as an ultra rare. The 1 Gardner, I had this one. I didn't got a Plague Spreader, so the I didn't have a lot of synchros back then. But when I got my synchros, I still was arguing whether to play this, yes or no. But yeah, I played it way long after I built this deck. So 1 Plague Spreader, it's a good card. 1 Gorse, and only 1 Card Trooper because this one was limited. So yeah, these were the monsters in total. Then for your spells, you got your 1 Charge to Light Brigade. It was limited this ban list. Triple Solar Recharge. And the cards that really made this deck really good, in my opinion, were the power cards like Giant Grenade, Heavy Storm, and Cold Wave. God, Cold Wave was so incredibly good. You drop the Cold Wave, game. There's no turning back. Because this was so yeah, where was I? Bad we were dead. Again. Yeah, these cards. The Giant Grenade, Heavy Storm and the Cold Wave. they were strong. Drop this and make game. Activate this, make game. Do this, make game. Just make your safe. Even in today's meta, if you have any of these cards, I guess you can make game. Maybe not with Cold Wave because there aren't a lot of monster. No, I don't know. But yeah, they have a Storm and a Giant Grenade. Yeah. Then alongside with these spells, I played 1 Monster Reborn. This was limited. 2 Monster Reincarnation. Really good card in my opinion to get your Judgment Dragon back from your graveyard. Celestia, your pitch your Wolf, pitch your Fort Lightsworn. Yeah. Really good card in this deck. Then 1 Foolish Burial. 1 Gold Sarco. 1 Mystical Space Typhoon. It was limited. Yeah. Those were times. And 1 Brain Control. Brain Control was limited. It was also on the bubble. It was about to get limited because it was a really powerful card. I guess if you the ban list after, so that means September 2010, it was banned. So yeah, you can use this card a little bit longer. So these were the spells. I only played 2 traps, which is 1 Beckoning Light. I used 2 back then, but I didn't couldn't find another Italian one, so I only put 1 in this deck. And I played 1 Solemn Judgment. Solemn Judgment was the card that a lot of my Lightsworn buddies, let's call them Lightsworn buddies, they were all playing Solemn Judgment, Balmer Trapple, Mirror Force, like a heavy trap lineup in a Lightsworn deck, and I never find it actually good. I always wanted to have a solid monster lineup and then solid spells, and then traps for a little bit support. So in my opinion, Solemn Judgment is one of the strongest cards. Even back then it was one of the strongest cards. If you could negate 1 play, you could wreck them totally. Maybe in today's meta, if you negate a card, then it's okay. I have plenty of other cards to actually do the same thing. And Beckoning Light was actually one of the strongest cards to get Honest back, Judgment Dragon back, and yeah, that Celestia, that Lightsworn monster, that push you needed to game. And also, if you had Lightsworns and shit in your graveyard and a handful of Lightsworns, you can swap them, and then there's a Lightsworns in grave. I meant Judgment Dragons in your grave and Honest, and you can swap them, and then you have plenty of Lightsworns to drop your JD. And God, I love this deck. So yeah, that was the main deck. I think it's 40 or 41 cards. I don't remember. You can count it. But yeah, the extra deck. The extra deck wasn't actually, yeah, how do you say that? In my reach, for my reach, because the cards in here were too expensive at that time for me. So I only played cards like they were reprinted or really bad, like Stardust Dragon, Red Dragon Archfiend cards you get from Tins, and Colossal Fighter. So this is somewhat of the ideal extra deck. I only have 10 cards in my, if I'm correct, because some of the cards I didn't order in Italian because, you know, well, yeah, you never go into these actually. You mostly go to Celestia, Judgment Dragon, Push game. But yeah, because you could have an extra deck. Here are the cards I run into it. You got your 1 Armory Arm. Yeah, it's strong. 1 Cataster. This was maybe one of the most go into cards for me. I did have a Cataster back then. Not I didn't have a Magical Android. I also had this card, and yeah, this one, because I didn't have Bryonic. I did have Flimple Urukizas and the Gaia Knight. It's 2600 monster without any effect. I also didn't have a Goyo Guardian. Goyo Guardian was limited back then. They were around 20 to 25 euros, and nobody was actually wanted to give them away for a lower price or even have a spare at the time. Then you got your one that was this Iron Chain Dragon, if I'm correctly. It's a Drago Catena di Ferro. Black Rose was also a card really hard to come at. Strong card, didn't have it. I had that X-Saber guy from the Hidden Arsenal or the Treasure deck. Then one Stardust Dragon, and you could play him alongside with False Ruler and Red Dragon Archfiend and Avenging Knight, Pawshed. Then Colossal Fighter and one Mistworm. This is my extra deck from the 2010 March list. Guys, this was Sergeant. This was also my throwback Thursday Lightsworn 2010 video. If you like this video, like it, please. Want to see more content, subscribe to our channel. And if you have any questions, maybe because why I collect all these Italian Lightsworn cards, or why I have a complete fucking deck, all in Italian, or maybe what decks did I use before playing competitively, because they were actually quite fun. Yeah, maybe I do that, a throwback Thursday on my older decks. I still have them lying around here. But yeah, guys, Sergeant, peace out, bye bye.